Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here with a news update for you Monday the 9th of November, featuring Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount and Frank Lampard. Plenty to feature in today's video, make sure you stay tuned to the end. Let's get cracking. So first and foremost, I have to talk about Hakim Ziyech. Now, overall, it was a fantastic performance by Chelsea, as we all know. It was outstanding performance. And, okay, we went a goal down, I know that, after about 10 minutes. But the way we reacted, the way the team worked off the ball, the way they worked with the ball, the way they just took Sheffield United apart, with one man at the helm in particular, it was just so impressive. And Hakim Ziyech has got plenty of plaudits. He won man of the match for 2 assists, creating 6 chances in the game, equaling a record that's been set this season by Kevin De Bruyne for the amount of chances created in a single Premier League game. In fact, Hakim Ziyech and his chances created was more than the Sheffield United team as a whole put together. We knew it was going to take time for him to come back from his injury, to bed into the squad, bed into the team and feel comfortable, and he just looks he looks like imperious. I've said it before on this channel on my videos that he plays with an aura about him. He's just someone that's special. Eden Hazard was special. Hakim Ziyech is special. Gianfranco Zola was special. There's plenty of others I'm sure that I've missed out. But he's just got a bit of an aura about him that you just know that he's just world class. Absolute world class. And when he swings that left foot, anything can happen. And putting passes on a plate to people, playing people in, he spots things that other people take some time to do. He might just do it in a blink of an eye where they take a second or so. It's just amazing. And on the Sky Sports website, and this image is obviously courtesy of Sky Sports, his passing range against Sheffield United with the completed in green, the fouled in red, chances are created and the assists. And you just see how influential he was from that right hand side, coming inside on that left foot. Hakim Ziyech is only just beginning, and that's the important thing to remember, and it's just so exciting to see. Pretty understated on the day, Timo Werner, but he scored another goal. He scored again, and think of the fact that against Burnley he wasn't even supposed to be playing until Christian Pulisic was injured, and he scored 2 that day. Timo Werner has scored 5 goals from his last 6 attempts on target for Chelsea in all competitions. The guy is just hot right now, and he's proving to be the difference. Whereas last year we were struggling for goals, not necessarily struggling, but you know, there was times where we weren't clinical enough and it cost us points, where we just sort of lacked that real killer instinct. Tammy Abraham's going to get there, and he's developing and he's doing well. But this guy, Timo Werner, is just he's almost like the finished article already at the age of 25. And he's just given us that little bit more up front, and it's outstanding. And he's inspiring everybody with his goal scoring exploits, and it's just great to see. 5 goals from his last 6 attempts on target. Outstanding. Talking to Chelsea strikers and to Tammy Abraham, who's over the moon to win his Chelsea place back in the side, as he's embraced the additional competition from the likes of Timo Werner arriving at the club. And he said this: "I'm over the moon to be back in the team. I'm playing with great players, and the new signings have been a breath of fresh air. We're starting to understand how each other plays, and we're getting results. We have a self-belief now. The belief is back, the confidence is back, and we hope we can keep it going." And Tammy took his goal great at the weekend. Okay, he might have hit it into the floor, but the fact that he did helped the actual ball go in the back of the net and over Ramsdale's hand. Tammy's scoring, Tammy's confident, and he's enjoying the competition, which is such a good thing to hear and a great attitude to have. Another player who's relishing the competition is Mason Mount. Now, Mason Mount has played well the last few games. He's been busy without the ball, with the ball. He's played in a deeper role in a 4-3-3, which seems to suit him, being a box-to-box midfielder rather than a number 10. And he's been talking, and he said this: "My character and the way I am, I'm always ready for a challenge, and I want to fight for my position. I knew the standard of the players coming in was world class, which is what we want at the club. That competition keeps us all going and keeps us at a high standard. I wasn't worried about the new signings. I was excited to play with them and join them on the pitch. That's how it's working out at the moment, and it's exciting stuff for us all." He was asked of Hakim Ziyech, and he said this: "He's a brilliant player. I've spoken about him before. He comes into the team and he knows what he can bring with his quality left foot. He brings something new to the team, which is brilliant for us." The gaffer always speaks about having the competition to keep our standard high, and Hakim is a world-class player coming in. We want players of that calibre coming in and bringing a lot to the team and helping us out, which he definitely did against Sheffield United. We always knew at the start of the season it's going to be tough to click straight away as a team, and you have so many new players coming in without that much of a pre-season. But now we're gaining the momentum and we're getting better and better on the pitch and on the training ground. We're learning more and more about each other. That's what we need to do to be a winning team. We're very close as players and as a squad with the staff. We just needed time to get together and gain that momentum, and I think we're doing that at the moment. And there's more on this momentum and the players gelling, and that's Frank Lampard who's been talking. And I'm seeing things of people talking about Chelsea being title contenders. You know, the most important thing for us this season is to close the gap, to bed the new players in, to close the gap to Liverpool and Man City, and then go from there. Exactly how much we can close the gap is yet to be seen, or in fact, the way it's all going this season, if we can even overtake them. We have to wait and see. But Frank Lampard's been talking about the same situation, the same talk, and he said this: "We have to prove ourselves, as the gap has been too big now for the level of consistency with the two best teams in both world football and the modern era in the Premier League. Now it's whether we can produce it regularly. That's the next question of us. I won't get too carried away." When he talks about building understanding and what he was looking to try and achieve, and any targets he had for certain points at the beginning of the season, he said this: "I'd never had a schedule. We lacked a pre-season, we had some injuries, and I never set a target for the first 1, 2 or 3 international breaks. I just want to work and get to a good level as soon as I can, where I feel I understand what I want, what the staff want, and what the players want, to understand each other. There's never an easy one when you start the process, so I think we're in a good place. We may have dropped some points because we are working in real time in games. That's by the by. A lot of the teams will say the same this season. That's the way it's panned out." So that's key. It's important we don't get carried away, because let's just think about the situation. A few games ago, everyone's criticising Chelsea for dropping points against West Brom or dropping points against Southampton. So we have to understand where we're at. It's a work in progress. The good thing is the players are beginning to understand each other, to build relationships like Frank Lampard is always talking about, and then we can go from there. But what we've seen in the recent weeks with the switch to 4-3-3 is so encouraging. It really, really is. And I do understand why people are maybe getting a little bit carried away. But we just have to make sure we keep our feet on the ground, take each game as it comes, and just think to our attacking options that we've got currently. We've still got Christian Pulisic to come back in, which is even more exciting when everyone's fit and we've got our strongest 11 playing. We're a match for anyone in world football, in my eyes. But at the moment, the recent performances have been outstanding. You do get a sense that we're beginning to build something here, but we're in the early stages. Let's not get carried away. Let's just go easy and let's just take it as it comes. Unfortunately, there's one player though who looks as though he is out of the equation and is looking to move in January, and that's Olivier Giroud. He's played 33 minutes in the Premier League so far this season, and you have to say that's disappointing for him. Tammy Abraham's come in. He's been the backup to Timo Werner. He's come in and scored a couple of goals, which is good for him, good for his confidence, and we've heard earlier in the video about how he's relishing the competition for places. Olivier Giroud was given a couple of minutes in the game at the weekend, and he'll be looking to try and play more with his influence that he's got as a man that sort of leads the line up top. He was great for us last season, Olivier Giroud, and his form and his goals took us into that top 4, and that's important to remember. But it looks as though if his involvement remains limited between now and the window in January, you could see him look to move because of the Euros due to take place next summer. He wants to make sure he's in that French team. He's got competition for places in that team, the Euros squad, and he wants to play first team football. So we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen with Olivier Giroud, but at the moment, with the way people are playing, it's hard for him to get in. So guys, that's it from me. Monday the 9th of November, the Chelsea news update. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, And make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss when my videos come out. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to do so, especially those of you that stayed right to the very end. Put your comments in the comment section below about anything that's been discussed. Have a great Monday night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.